welcome back to Forever United TV, live here from Manchester. This is your show, everyone. Chance to catch up on what has gone this last week and, of course, bring you up to date with everything that's happened throughout today. This morning, we were talking about the price hike, Gomes, Kone, other transfer situations that are starting to materialise for Manchester United. Now, after we, of course, have said no to Edison. By the way, very quiet on that one. It does look like United are just going to walk away from this without even saying anything. By the way, they don't have to. Just want to make that very clear. What's happening with Manu Kone? He's the one that's been talked about the most this afternoon in a pretty quiet day all in all. I think every journalist is taking a bit of a break, so we're expecting a very, very busy week for Manchester United, starting tomorrow with the announcement of obviously Caldalo and obviously Andre Santos. And again, like I said, I don't think we'll be picking up on anything regarding the Edison side of things, but the Kone situation is starting to develop now with interest also from Liverpool. Believe it or not, yes, Liverpool, like we've always known, no, Manchester United, if we're in for a player, somebody else is bound to be in for him. And that has brought more detail on what Roma are now actually asking for when it comes to the transfer of Manu Kone. We're going to get through all of them details. Like I just said as well, if you want to get your say, you might have missed a few shows, you've now got a bit of spare time, you're playing catch up, there's no football to watch tonight. Get involved in our live chat, everybody. Get your conversation going and start chatting Manchester United. What a week it has actually been for the Reds. We expected something, and we got it. We got it in a way we didn't expect. I think was the best way to probably to call it, because we didn't see Santos coming, even though we'd known he's been on Man United's radar. We didn't see the failure of the Edison medical coming, although there was rumours for that. And that has gone now and completely finished for Edison. And Romano said, obviously, last night that he has been told that he needs to go back home. He's now actually on holiday. And believe it or not, there is a report coming out from Italy that Ruben Amorim might be interested in taking Edison to AC Milan. Oh, my God, honestly, you can't write scripts, can you? You can't. So Edison turns up against United in the last pre-season friendly of the year with Ruben Amorim as his manager, AC Milan versus Manchester United. Look, it's a long way off and there's nothing really serious about that there. I think that was Nicola Shearer actually who said that one. But yeah, Edison's walked out of Carrington without even being there because I don't think anyone spotted him. Anyone else pick up on that? The fact that Edison wasn't even seen once, or there was any pictures at all of Edison at Carrington? What the hell went on with that? Anyway, that's gone. Man United moved on. We got Santos, and now we're looking for that next player to come in. The player that ultimately is going to be the alternative or the player to replace what we thought we already had done with Edison. And that looks likely, out of all of the rumours and everything else that's happening, to be Manu Kone. Now, the details of it all, they're all there. Everybody knows this. Now, we talked this morning about a potential offer of being on the table from Manchester United. Now, that hasn't materialised today that I've seen anyway, not in terms of a price or anything offered to Roma for Manu Kone. But what we're hearing also is, and this has come from Italian side of things as well, Roma report as well, this is another account online, also backing up from what other Italian broadcasters have said as well, is saying that there is a contract on the table for Kone. Now, this hasn't been definite. This isn't a definite. This hasn't been confirmed. And look, you can obviously take the Italian reports with a pinch of salt. Of course you can, because they're always going to blow up their side of what this deal could potentially be from the Roma side of things. And obviously they like to do that. We are very well aware of how how Italian reports actually operate and work. So yeah, the fact that there was so much talk about him was where we went with it. And obviously Ben Jacobs has also said, before Edison actually bolted from Manchester United with his tail between his legs because he didn't pass his medical, Ben Jacobs was saying that Kone is one of the main names on the list in case Edison doesn't happen. And Ben Jacobs hasn't said anything else since then that I've seen anyway. So again, couple of journalists, well, a few journalists actually, very quiet, and makes me wonder, like, what's coming this week? Is it welcome back to work week this week for all the journalists, and everyone starts to have their say on everything that's happening? So yeah, this I think is very, very interesting when it comes to the Manu Kone situation in particular. We know that Santos had passed his medical back, what, Thursday? Was it? Thursday, Friday now? That was done. Still no announcement from United. So, yeah, busy week coming for United. And Kone, if there has been a a contract put on the table for him, it's not seen as an issue, it's not seen as a problem, and he would gladly move to Manchester United, is what is being said now. The update this evening and what we've had from this morning is that Liverpool are obviously at the table, and this is being driven by Italian reports again, like I said. So they're obviously going to try and get this transfer going. They're going to try and get this price tag up and make it some big story. But the word from Manchester United is they want to move very quickly if they possibly can. They're obviously way behind this transfer window with pre-season starting. Would like to obviously get players in. I mean, it doesn't make any difference time-wise because he's still at the World Cup, and that's got another 6 days to run now until we play, till we get the final. Hopefully England are in it. But look, he's going to be here till the end. He's into the last week, and then obviously it's going to delay any real transfer. But I'm thinking a lot of players, what usually happens is when they come back from an international tournament like Edison did, they go and do the necessaries. If there is any move to be had or if they're changing clubs, then they head out on holiday and obviously take their break then, knowing that they've signed the contracts and they're coming back to a new club. So we're looking at this week now being pivotal, because obviously if France do progress into the final, then we're looking at a week tomorrow as the World Cup being over and everybody coming home.